Hey, what's going on, Ecom Dominator? Cynthia here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can start your own Shopify print-on-demand business with less than $100. So if you're interested in getting started but haven't really gotten to print-on-demand yet, then you're definitely going to want to keep on watching, because in today's video I'm going to recommend a few software that can help you cut costs in terms of creating the design, creating the ad copy, and also keyword research. So hopefully those will help you save money and get your print-on-demand business off the ground. And I always forget to mention this, but I do have a free Facebook support group, which is basically a community of people who are interested in the print-on-demand business, dropshipping, e-commerce, how to make money online, social media marketing. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and jump inside that group, ask questions, masterminds with other members. So I'd love to have you guys in there. But other than that, if you are new to my channel, hey, what's up? My name is Cynthia, and I teach everything related to print on demand, social media marketing. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and tap that bell notification so you'll be notified every time I drop a video just like this. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. Now, before I get into the tutorial, I want to first talk about Merch Informer, which is going to be the first software that I really recommend for anyone wanting to start print on demand with less than $100, because with Merch Informer, it will really help you cut down your cost when it comes to getting designs and saving time when it comes to uploading, things like that. So with Merch Informer, they have a graphics designer where you can actually create your design, so you don't actually have to invest in things like Photoshop or any expensive software to create your designs or pay anyone for the design. Now, they also offer a single upload interface where you only have to upload once to multiple different platforms. So say for an example, you want to sell on Etsy, Shopify, Teespring, Redbubble. Instead of going and logging into each and every single one of these platforms and then uploading your design and setting the price to each and every single one of these platforms, with Merch Informer, you can do this all at one time. You only have to upload once to every single platform. I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to do this in just a bit. With Merch Informer, they'll also give you a keyword research, competition checker to make sure that the niche you're in is good. You also get the trademark checker to make sure the certain phrase or quote that you're using haven't been trademarked by other people. With Merch Informer, you can integrate with things like Printify, Printful, and so many other print-on-demand suppliers like Guten, things that they will continue to add in the coming months and the coming years. And what you can do is, once you push these designs, you can actually start selling them on Shopify and Etsy. And guess what? You only have to upload once. You can also upload all of your designs to third-party platforms like Teespring and Redbubble and Zazzle. And there's so many other ones that I didn't list here, but all of these you can do with Merch Informer. So it's such an amazing tool to use. It's extremely affordable. Also, my number one focus will always be with Shopify, because you can build a brand with Shopify. You can customize the store, you can collect an email, you can truly build an audience. So I really do recommend going with Shopify. You can't really do that with other third-party platforms like Teespring and Redbubble. However, the way that I see opening up Teespring, Redbubble, and Zazzle is it's a really great side passive income source. You know, sometimes when you make a sale on these platforms, it's really just good for passive income, but it's not really good for building a long-term business. However, if you want to, you know, sell on Shopify, sell on Zazzle, or sell on Redbubble, you definitely need to use Merch Informer, because it'll, number one, save you a lot of time, and it'll definitely cut down your cost a lot if you want to start with print on demand. And for anyone that want to start with a print on demand business but only have about $100 to start investing, I'm going to recommend two softwares and one platform that you can invest right now to really cut down your costs and get your business up and running. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend is Shopify, and you can register at shopify.tbootcamp.com to claim your 14-day free trial. Now with Shopify, after the 14-day, they do charge you $29 per month. That's their cheapest plan, so I recommend just picking the cheapest plan if you're just starting out. Extremely affordable. The next one that I'm going to recommend, which I just mentioned before, is Merch Informer. It's truly an all-in-one print on demand software that you must need if you do really want to save money on designs, save money on research tools, save time on uploading to different websites. So Merch Informer can help you really do all of that. And if you sign up for Merch Informer today, they charge about $50 per month. However, if you sign up underneath my link at merch.tbootcamp.com, use my discount code EcomDominators, it will bring your cost back down about $40 per month, which is amazing. If you want to save some coin, go ahead and use my discount code. Also, the next software that I'm going to recommend is called Placeit. It's a place where you can get extremely professional mock-ups for advertising. So usually with the suppliers, they give you a very generic mock-up. I don't really recommend advertising with generic mock-ups. If you go on, Placeit.net, they'll give you very, very professional mock-ups that you can actually upload and download and start, running Facebook ads, Instagram ads, things like that. So if you use my link at placeit.tbootcamp.com, it will bring your cost down to $12.70 per month. You're looking to pay a little bit more than this if you decide to just go directly to Placeit, but if you want to get Placeit at a cheaper cost, you can get it through my link right over here. Also, I don't want to make this video too long, so if you need help to actually go through how to set this up and how to register for each and every single one of these platforms, I've actually created separate videos for Shopify, Merch Informer, and Placeit. So if you guys want, I have complete tutorials that I did on all three of these, which I will link down below this video if you need a step-by-step guide. And without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. So the first thing that I like to do is go on over to a website like Etsy to do my research. So say for example, I want to get inside the turtle niche, and I can search for things like turtles shirt, and I can see other people's designs, what's been selling, what's not been selling. Again, this is for inspirational purposes only. So I'm going to scroll through here and see, what is actually out there. Again, I see a lot of turtles. Here's a tie-dye shirt. I really like this one. This one has a turtle, and then there's text within the turtles. So it seems like really, really great designs. I don't recommend doing anything that is copyrighted or infringing on other people's designs, so I would not recommend any of this. However, I do see designs like Just a Girl Who Loved Turtles. I see another one, Just a Girl That Loved Turtles. I think I see a few more up here, over here, and over here. So it seems like a very popular design. So for the purpose of this training, I'll be using this one as my inspiration to create my own design. So as I mentioned before, I do recommend getting Merch Informer because every single month, as you guys can see, they put out new vector packs that you can download. So these are all free inside Merch Informers. Therefore, you can go ahead and create your own design. So another thing to help you cut costs and save money. So just this month, I'm going to go ahead and download this vector pack right over here. And once I download it, before I show you guys that, you can find it under Merch Informer Graphics up here. So that's how you're going to find it. But once you download this, you can see this file being downloaded. They have all kinds of things like balloons, birthday cakes, coffee, cruise ship, dinosaurs if you want to be in that niche, motorcycles. They give you so many different vector packs every single month that you can use. You don't have to even use the ones from July. There's from June, May, etc. So they're going to have new ones every single month. And if I click on all of them, I can actually view each of the graphics. So you have this one, and click this one out, or you can try to use this one over here. So they're going to give you a few different versions. You can actually use all of them or just one of them, whichever one you like. But for the purpose of this training, I'll be using just this one over here. I like this graphic. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and save this file to my computer. So the next thing you want to do is come on over to Merch Designer. This is where we will get to create our design. So once you click on that, you'll be brought to this page right over here where you get to select t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever you want, a pop socket. Now keep in mind, this is really just a canvas that you can work on. You're really just creating the design. You can actually put this on a mug, a tote bag, whatever, what have you. So I'm gonna go ahead and just select the t-shirt. So the first thing that I want to do is to upload the turtle that we just saved. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, which is right over here. So I can go ahead and just simply click on it, and just like that, we have this turtle that we download for free from Merch Informer, and we can start editing this. So you can create it, you know, drag it bigger or smaller. So I just like it like that. So the next thing we want to do is I'm going to create the text. So over here, I'm just going to click on over to text, and I can just pick one that I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one up here. Now, as you can see, this one is kind of gray. I don't like gray over a black t-shirt. It's going to be very hard to see once it's printed. So I do like to change it to a different color. So I'm going to select white, and I'm going to pull this up right over here. So to edit the text, simply click on this button here and I can edit this. So I'm going to say just a girl. And then I can, you know, if you want to, you know, make this bigger, you can. And then I'm going to go ahead and change out this text. And then I'm going to add in the last part, which is I'm going to choose a different font. So I do like using different fonts. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit. You can drag the text. Again, I'm going to change it over to white, and I'm going to change the text, and I'm going to say turtles. Make it bigger. So just in a few minutes, we have created an amazing design that we can start selling today. Again, you know, you can download all of these free, amazing vector designs from Merch Informer every single month. They put out new ones all the time, so you can actually download that. I just added in some text. I like to switch up the text font. It just gives the shirt design a little something, so that's what I like to do. So after you are done, simply come up over here and click download. So once you register with Merch Informer, the first thing that you do want to do is go up here and click on the single upload interface. So once you click over here, they're going to give you a few options depending on what type of computers you have. So either you have a Mac or Windows. You want to go ahead and download it onto your computer so you can actually use their single upload interface to upload all of your designs all at one time. Also, if you guys need help on how to download and set this up, they actually have a tutorial walking you step by step on how to do this. So go back and watch this video right over here. However, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step on how I do it so you guys get a sense on how easy it is to set this up. So once you have successfully downloaded the single upload interface by Merch Informer, you're going to get a pop-up box that looks just like this, where you can actually upload your own CSV file. So you're going to say, well, Cynthia, how exactly can I create my CSV file to upload all of my designs? And in just a bit, right over here, if you hover over services, these are all the platforms that you can currently link up with Merch Informer. They continue to add more platforms every month or every so often, so always come back and check. I really like that they have this feature because I can literally upload once and I can get my designs on every single one of these platforms. It's such a huge time saver. So right now I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. The first thing you want to do is really to pull up your Excel file, which looks something like this. So go ahead and pull up Excel if you want to follow along. But the way you want to set this up is if you set this up one time, and I know it feels like it's a lot of work. However, I promise you, if you set this up once and you do this a couple of times, it will literally take you a few minutes instead of a few hours. So the first thing you want to do is label all of your columns over here. So the first thing you want to do is have one for title. The second one is your description, tags, price, and image. So the title will be the title that you actually want your product listing to be. So just put it in here. Also, you'll need a description. So I just typed in, you know, this is for pig lovers, or this is for anyone that likes turtles. You can add in the tags, the pricing, and then the image. So for the image, this part gets a little bit tricky because a lot of people get confused. So for the image part, I do recommend that go to your folder or to the actual image that you want to upload. And what you're going to do is you're going to right click, and on the bottom right over here, it's going to say copy this PNG as a path name. And once you copy that, you're going to get this exact link right over here, which actually is telling the software where to pull your image file from. Because if you don't give them a path, they're not going to know where to pull that exact file from, and you won't upload it right. So make sure that you actually copy the right image path and paste it in right over here. Obviously, if you have more designs, just keep listing them on this Excel file, however many you want. But for today's tutorial, I'll be only showing you 2 types of designs. Also, when you go ahead and save this file, do not save it as an Excel file. You definitely want to save it as a CSV file so you can upload it onto Merch Informer. Now, once you have saved it under a CSV file, you can go ahead and upload it right over here. So I just uploaded my CSV file, and as you can see, everything that you saw in my Excel, it's all right over here. And notice that each of the columns are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll need to reference these a little bit later on, and I'll show you why. So once you got your CSV table uploaded, the next thing you want to do is go under services, and you want to go ahead and set up every single one of the platforms that you want to sell on. So it depends which platforms you want to sell it on. Now, for the purpose of this training, I'm only going to be showing you 2 just to save time. So the first one I'm going to be showing you is, let's say Teespring. You want to sell on Teespring. So right over here, they're going to ask you to select a picture, title, descriptions, things like that. So as we saw over at the CSV file, like I said before, make sure that you know each of the columns over here. This is the one where you're going to correlate to what it's going to be uploaded. Okay. So if I come back to services and I look under Teespring, for the picture, obviously it will be in column 5 because our image is in column 5. Okay, come back to Teespring. Our title is column 1, description column 2. Again, you can select the column. And then if you come down here, they're going to ask you which type of products you want to sell your design on. T-shirts, tank tops, leggings, socks. You know, there's so many different products. You can just go ahead and check them off. I'm just going to make this tutorial very simple, and I'm just going to click the classic tee. Now, the next thing they're going to ask you is which color do you want to go with. Again, I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm just going to select black. Obviously, you can select more colors if you want to. And then if I come down over here, they're going to ask me about the price. So obviously, I'm going to select column 4 because that's where my pricing is. So after you're done, you can just come back up here and you can go ahead and integrate other platforms right over here. So let's just say, for an example, you want to do Printful. You'll need to get the shop URL, and you need to select which platforms you are selling Printful with. So in this case, I'm going to select Shopify, and I'm going to grab my shop URL. Now, to grab the URL on Printful, you want to come under stores right over here, and if you look at the URL up here, you want to copy everything before the and. So I'm going to select all of this number here. I'm going to come back to Merch Informer. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in and click save. Now, once you have clicked save, you'll see tons of product selections that you can go ahead and upload your design on. So in this case, I'm just going to select just a regular tee. Again, they're going to ask me, you know, what colors. I'm going to select black. I usually click check all because I like to offer all the different sizes. Again, I'm going to select the different columns for the front print, back print, things like that. So for the, I'm just going to do a front print, so that will be just column 5, which is my image. And then last but not least is we want to customize our title, description, tags, and price. So obviously the title is column 1, description will be column 2, tags column 3, and then price will be column 4. So make sure that everything correlates. If you do not align the title with the correct column, it will not upload correctly. So make sure that you double check that each of the column is correlated correctly. So after you have entered in all of the information, you can go ahead and click Uploader, and then they're going to ask you which services or platforms you want to upload your designs for. So I can just go ahead and click Printful, Teespring. Okay, and they're going to show you all the ones that you want to upload. Obviously, I'm not going to check this off because that's just the top. I just want to do 2 of these designs, and then I can go ahead and click this button right over here that says Start Uploading. Now, once you click Start Uploading, they'll give you a pop-up box that looks just like this. Just give it a few minutes, go grab a drink, and then check back. So once Merch Informer have finished uploading your design, simply come on back to your Shopify store and go under products, and you'll be able to see the 2 designs that we just uploaded right over here. And you can actually click on this little eye over here to view it on the front page, which is right over here. Again, we didn't have to do any extra steps. I simply used the Merch Informer single upload, and I can upload all of my designs. So here's the second one. Again, like I said before, you can actually upload 5, 10, maybe even 50 designs all at one time. I'm only showing you 2 designs just for the purpose of this tutorial. But again, like I said, there's the title, the price, but guess what? We only have to enter that in one time. Here is the demo store of my storefront of Teespring. I have the 2 same exact design. Again, like I said, we enter in the title once, pricing once, the color of t-shirt once. Here is the page over here. So automatically all of this got synced with Teespring as well as my Shopify store. If you want to sell on Redbubble, this will get uploaded on Redbubble as well, Zazzle. Again, coming back to my Excel sheet, all you have to do is set this up one time and you're good. I know this sounds like a lot of work, but I promise you it does save you a ton of time than uploading everything and typing in the title, description, tags, price, and uploading the image. All of this is very, very time consuming. This makes it super easy and simple. Again, you can add in as many design as you want down here. If you guys want a copy of this Excel sheet, I'll leave a link down below so you can download it. It'll just be a blank Excel sheet with just this part in here, so you can actually go ahead and type out your design title, things like that. And very quickly, I just want to mention that within Merch Informer, they do have a trademark tool. If you look under trademark alerts, you'll be brought to this page where you can enter in the phrase or quote that you're using for your t-shirt design. So, you know, if you own a print-on-demand business, you never want to accidentally use a quote or phrase that is trademarked by someone else. That can actually get you into a lot of trouble. So what I like to do is I come on over to Merch Informer and I enter in the quote that I'm going to be using just to double check that it's not trademarked or owned by someone else. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in, which is the quote that we just used. I'm going to go ahead and click save. So what happens is we're going to find it down here, right over here, and it says not checked yet. So what you can do is click on this button here. It says check trademark. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And then I'm going to scroll over here. So usually if you see a check mark, that means it is good to go. You can actually use it. They'll check it for you. So it's such a great tool just to use to make sure that the quote that you're using isn't owned by anybody else. Also, another thing that I like to do is I like to come on over to Merch Calendar, and I can't believe they have compiled this. You know, when I first started print on demand, I usually go to Google and I would, you know, figure out, hey, what day is today or what days are coming up so I can create, you know, designs for my business. But with Merch Informer, they have already compiled, you know, things that are happening every single day. So again, over here in August, we have things like Dog Appreciation Day. So if you're in the dog niche, it's such a great one to do. They have Cheese Pizza Day, which I didn't even know there was such a thing, but you can create a design with pizza on it. And then I'm gonna go over to see what's going on next month. So let's see, there is Teddy Bear Day. You can have a design with teddy bears. Also, there's something like Taco Day, which is pretty funny. I don't even know that there was such thing as a Taco Day. So I'm going to come back to Merch Informer. So if I look under these graphics over here, I already see this taco image here. So if you want to, create a design for a taco day, you can actually come here to download this taco design and go back on over to the merch designer, and then you can go ahead and create your own. So it's really the possibilities are endless, and if you run out of ideas, just come on over to Merch Informer, and there's tons of ideas that you can actually draw from this and create your own designs. And let's look at October, which is usually for Halloween. So usually on Halloween, I do sell a lot of print-on-demand products because there's so many things that you can do for Halloween, like print-on-demand t-shirts. I like to do print-on-demand hoodies as well. Tote bags do sell very well as people need some sort of bags to go trick-or-treating, things like that. So, the possibilities are endless. And if you just do a little bit of research, get creative, you'll be able to skyrocket your print-on-demand business as well. So for the next part, we're going to hop on over to Placeit.net. Again, this was one of the software that I actually recommend if you want to start with print-on-demand, because when you have a design that's ready, we definitely want to be able to promote it on really good looking mock-ups. And so on Placeit, they literally have hundreds of different mock-ups that you can actually choose from. They have male, female, they have some that are just on coat hangers, just like these. And another tip is you want to go ahead and find a mock-up that really speaks to your niche audience. So say for an example, you're in the motorcycle niche. I would pick a mock-up that looks something like this. As you can see, this guy is on a motorcycle with a helmet, and putting your design on a t-shirt that looks like this really helps connect your product to your audience even more. So over here, I'm just going to pick a random mock-up. So over here, I like this one because they have a girl standing in front of a lake. I couldn't really find a mock-up that actually had turtles in it. However, I did find a lot. If you're in the cat niche or the dog niche, there's definitely a lot of models, holding their cats or their dogs. So definitely pick one that really speaks to your niche. So since I'm going to go with turtles, what you have to do is simply upload your image right over here. But the first thing I like to do is really change out my shirt color. You can select any color you want, but since the color that we have selected is black, I'm just going to go with black, and I'm going to go ahead and upload my image. So once you have uploaded your image, you can go ahead and resize it however you want. I'm just going to make this probably a little smaller, and I'm going to drag it all the way up. And then once you're done, just go ahead and click crop. So just in a few seconds, we have created such an amazing professional mock-up that you can start promoting or advertising on Facebook, Pinterest, or Instagram, and that we didn't spend too much time to create this mock-up. Again, I don't recommend using the generic mock-up from the supplier that you've used. Usually those don't really perform as well, so I do recommend going on Placeit and really search through all the different kinds of mock-ups and picking the one that truly represents your niche. So once you're done, simply come up here and then click download. So the next section I want to touch on is how to get free traffic. So if you have less than $100 to start and you don't actually have the budget to spend on Facebook marketing, then I do recommend going with the free route, which is to start building your presence on social media. So you can go on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and you can open up an account and start building your following. So why do we want to build a following? Because we want to basically become the influencer in our niche. If you go on places like Facebook and Instagram, they have lots of pages with thousands, if not millions of followers just following their page because, say for example, they own a huge cat page on Facebook. They have great content in them that people actually want to follow that page. And when it comes time to sell a certain product, all they have to do is really to post it in their page. But what's the difference between a page that has a following versus a page that doesn't have a following, right? If you already have a following, then you already have people that trust and know your brand and your page. So they're more inclined to actually purchase from you versus if you're just starting out with no following, no one knows who you are. Obviously, they're not going to purchase from you. So what I would recommend is, in order to build your following on social media, you want to start posting value content. So here are a few examples on what I mean. So I'm talking about pictures of cats, which you can find on literally royalty-free sites like Pixabay, Pexels, things like that, Unsplash. You can create memes, cooking videos, how-to videos. These are the type of content that people want to follow you for. You have to give people a reason to follow you, give people a reason to trust you and your brand. So I know I talked about this in a previous video, but if you're new to my channel, then I recommend using the 80-20 rule, which means 80% of the content you post on your page are valuable content, which is the one I just listed up here. And 20% of the time is to sell your products. I've seen pages that only post their products and they never post any of these value content. Those pages will never succeed because no one is going to follow a page when they keep on saying, hey, buy this t-shirt, buy this mug. Facebook really isn't the place where people are in the mindset of buying. They're on Facebook in the mindset of, I want to be entertained, I want to connect with my friends. And so when you're just focusing on selling, that really leaves a bad taste in your audience mouth, and they would just leave. So really do focus on putting out entertaining content that people want to see in your niche, and that's really how you're going to build your following. So once you have posted a few value content, and try to get your following up to 1,000 followers, and then after that you can start posting your products to start selling. So right now I am on one of my demo Facebook pages, so I really only use this for training purposes. Again, this is about coffee, but let's just pretend that this page is for turtle lovers only. And so when I am going out to create content, I like to go on to sites like pixabay.com, where they give us royalty-free images that we can actually use and post on our page. So what I usually do is I would save a couple of these photos, and then I can come back to my page and I can post it in right over here. So all you have to do is create the post and upload all of the images. So I just uploaded the first image. Again, it's just a regular picture that I found on Pixabay about turtles, and then you can just type a short description. Do you love turtles? Just a question, or you can enter in caption this or what have you, and then I'm just going to go ahead and post it. So just like that, we got our first content on our page. So in order to build a following, you just have to stay consistent. I recommend posting twice a day to really build your following on your Facebook page. Again, like I said, if you go on over to Pixabay, you can download tons of these. You can go out to create your own memes or create videos. I've done so many tutorials on this, so you can go back and watch it. And so another thing you could do is, after you build up a good amount of content and say you have about 10,000 followers, you can then start promoting your products. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the t-shirt mockup that we just created. All right, so I just uploaded the mockup we just created over on Placeit, and then what you can do is you can actually start promoting it on this page. Again, I recommend putting out value content before you sell. This is under the impression that you have put in the work, and now you are ready to start promoting your product. So I can just say, do you want this t-shirt? And then you have the option to actually put in the link. Now, in a previous video, I don't recommend putting in links because Facebook will lower your overall reach. Now, it doesn't mean you'll get zero reach. It just means you'll get lower than normal reach, because Facebook does not want you to take their users off of Facebook. They actually want you to pay for advertising. This is the reason why they do it. But in this case, you have the option to post in the link. Just know that it will lower your reach. So I'm going to come back to my page, and then I'm going to grab the link on my product page, and then I can just say get it here, and then I'm going to paste in my link, and then I can go ahead and post it. And just like that, we can now promote our product on our Facebook page. Again, you can replicate this over on Instagram, Pinterest. I have other videos showing you exactly how to do this. So very quickly, I want to wrap this training up. So if you only have $100 to invest in a print-on-demand business, then I recommend going with the free route in terms of promoting your products. You do actually have to put in a lot of work in the beginning to actually see results. Just know that organic traffic will be very slow to work. However, if you put in the work, you'll start to see a little bit of traffic coming in. And if you guys start to create some profits, then I do recommend actually expanding your reach using paid advertising. Let me know if you guys want to learn more about that in a later video. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you want more free print on demand training, I'll leave some videos here up on the screen in just a bit. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Live free.